Hello and welcome, my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to our 5-card draw. What do we need, read? For this beautiful new to full moon in August 2023, I am your reader. Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, Mark, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. The landscapers are here. I can overtalk a leaf blower for sure. The Mal for short. They're my initials. Not bad, it's just spelled that way. But I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, and the president of Drawing Circle Productions since 1998. I am the author of Spell Ingredients from a professional witch, as well as Words of Grace from a professional witch. It's in chakra chapters, and there is a Kindle version available of Words of Grace from a professional witch, and there's a link in the description box, and if you click it, you can preview a good chunk of the first part of it for free. But that is the way toned down version on Kindle. The original is available on patreon.com in our shop. They gave us a digital media shop. I got MP3s over there. I've got both of my books, Spell Ingredients and Words of Grace. There's a new one we're working on now. That's going to be fun. But all of my subscribers, we have 8 of them. A Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddess. God, Goddess is top tier. They get everything, but all of my subscribers get the same 3 benefits. They get a daily check-in with me every morning, pretty much. Not this morning. It was a very busy business day at the time of this recording. But I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. So they chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a meditation, a little something to send us on our way. And it is the best way for me to start my day, considering what I do. But I had business stuff to deal with today. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all timeless, the extendeds. They're all relationship stuff based. So as Libras, you might find it helpful. As well as they all get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and readings and all of that. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. And we have 2 7-day free trials available for Seeker and Human, our first 2 tiers of subscription. If you would like to check us out for 7 days, jump out the last day, it's okay. You would get the daily check-ins and the extended readings, but we're saving the extensive discount for actual subscribers, and I discussed it with my patrons. I said, yeah, no, absolutely, we're paying you, and I got it. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Yeah, hi. Hi. Let's get down to business, shall we? Let's do some explanation for the new Libras and Crosswatchers, and then we'll jump into the divination. If you'd like to skip ahead to the divination, you're more than welcome to, but we are going to be talking about the 2 weeks from this new to full moon, new moon to full moon, in August 2023, and there's a bit of a Libra flavor on one of these days that I think might be important to know. So, let's get down to it. If you're new, welcome. A 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about absolutely anything, really. But we are fine-tuning it for a 2-week period. A plant a seed at the new moon and help it grow to full moon, a 2-week period, a waxing period, to manifest your heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, starting with fire, because these 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements. Fire, we're doing the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Earth, we're using the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. Air, we're using the Archangel Fire Oracle, but it's angels, and it's for the mental part, prayer, meditation, thought, air signs, right? Water, we're using the Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. We also use her Whispers of Lord Ganesh for the 8-card draw, the shadow reads that we do, the companion series to the 5-card draw. So we got waxing and waning times, not timeless reads, but people have been telling me they've been looking back at them at troubling times and going, oh my goodness, that makes sense. So, yeah, buy her, have fun. It's free. Buying what? And our last card down will be a Matt Kahn Healing Mantra from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck. What a coincidence. What a synchronicity. For the element of spirit to unify it all, because our heart's desires are assigned to us in my experience as well as belief, because no matter where you go, there they are. Oh, you can try and forget them and cover them up. They'll torture us, right? They're things we agreed to do to come into this life, lifetime after lifetime. So the more that even one of us takes a step forward in manifesting our heart's desires, others, we all move forward because we become happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser beings, which means that we will be walking a more golden timeline than a leaded timeline for a happier, healthier, wealthier world, which I think we desperately need on the planet right now. Holographic unity and all of that. Jump to another golden timeline. Anybody who doesn't want to go there doesn't have to. We all have free will, right? But let's look at the astrology, because this is a tricky one. If you have any planets in Virgo, or you are a Virgo cross-watching, you might want to pay attention. Like, for example, the new moon on Wednesday, August 16th, goes void, of course, at the same time it goes new. It happens. It does happen. 5:38 a.m. on a Wednesday, the day of Mercury, and it will go into Virgo later that night, 7:14 p.m. So as a Virgo sun sign, I will be waiting for that. And the Virgo reads were really good. I liked that one, just did it. 2 weeks later, obviously, we will be waxing to the full moon in Pisces. I am a Pisces moon, so this is the full moon I was born on, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, on the 30th of August, 9:36 p.m., which is great. I will be casting that night as well, and I will have the shadow reads ready before those come out, the 8 card draws. In between those 2 days, here we go, those 2 dates, I should say. We have, of course, the sun going into Virgo, as it will. Happy birthday, Virgos. Again, on a Wednesday. That happens on the 23rd. How lovely. The exact same day, though, Mercury goes retrograde. Virgo, in Virgo, of all things, and that happens on the 23rd, the same day the sun goes into Virgo. That should be fun for us. On the 23rd, it goes direct the 15th of September. That feels a little long to me, but here's the Libra part. Mars goes into Libra on Sunday, August 28th. So Mars in Libra, that could very much be about putting justice and balance and one-on-one relationships into action, right? With some passion, with some fire. Day of the sun, day of success, day of Apollo. That sounds amazing. But then get ready, because Uranus is going retrograde. I know you try and take care of Uranus and still it decides to go backwards. It doesn't, planets don't actually stop and go backwards in their orbit. That would be catastrophic, right? It's an optical illusion. But that happens on the 28th of August and goes direct January 26th of next year. Keep in mind, Chiron, the asteroid Chiron, the wounded healer, see where it is in your chart, because it's retrograde in Aries and will be until the 23rd of December. Yeah, happy holidays. But, you know, we talk about that in the shadow reads as well. So there's a lot going on the planet. So look, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. I do. I write them down anyway. And I do all 4. I have Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I put them in 4 different pieces of jewelry every single time with the spell. This is essentially a spell kit read, if you want to look at it that way, as well as I do my 8 card draw shadow stuff as well, and it's working for me. The proof is in the pudding, and I may be a tasty, but I am not a hasty pudding. No, I'd like to take my time. So instead he wins that race. So I guess that's enough explanation. Oh, cross-watchers, here's your opportunity to get some sympathy, empathy, insight, understanding, and maybe even be in service to the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign that you are cross-watching for, because it's going to help them be a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser Libra, right? And myself included. The entire Libra Collective, you're helping to do that for a happier, healthier, wealthier life, and a happier, healthier, wealthier world, and a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser pattern of relationships. I'm up for it, are you? Well, let's find out. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise you, I will do my best to help anybody manifest their heart's desires, because there's only one of us. So, you know, as one of us heals, all of us heals. As one of us manifests a heart desire, we all get a little bit closer, because every day is a winding road. We get a little bit closer. I've never actually hitched a ride anywhere, let alone with a vending machine repairman, but that's the wisdom of the crow. Cheryl, enough. Let's do this. A shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point, so let's do that, shall we? Please, take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ancestral override. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish to represent the element of fire, I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. For us, Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. Beloved ancestors, what is your guidance, your grace, your clue, your tip, your hint, the spell fragment from the magical spell cards to help us clarify and refine our element of fire, what we yearn for, what we burn for, what our hearts desire, and sometimes what might be required to manifest our heart's desire, this beautiful, nudiful. Imagination, element of air. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Oh, there's a lot to unpack on that. I don't know that we're going to do that now, but I will say it's rather scripturally documented that to give thanks for something as though it has already happened. Yeah, law of attraction, biblical, scriptural. You do you, but certainly imagination. I mean, cardinal air is Libra, right? Is it 3 air signs, cardinal, fixed, mutable, you're cardinal. We are cardinal. So our ability to create chaos, right, worry, or ease, right, and to give thanks, divine ones, I send my thanks to me. And to me, there's a slight difference between something that's divine and something spiritual. Oh, everything's spiritual, but is everything divine? Pink flamingos. Female troubles. Oh, shall we? Polyester. Mr. Waters. John, let's ground this with the Element of Earth Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone, it's nice to use as an amulet, a talisman, or whatever. Like I said, I use the same 4 pieces of jewelry. For Libra, I use an Alexandrite ring set in a silver moth, Tibetan moth setting there. I've had it since the 90s. It was my engagement ring. It was my wedding ring for my first marriage. He was the good one, it turns out, go figure. So let's ground this. Let's talk to my beloved Archangel Ariel, my own personal archangelic lineage. Please take a nice deep breath. I feel naked, but I'm not. Still point. Ariel, override. As I call to my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North Powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, beloved Archangel of Nature, Archangel of Wealth, Archangel of Lyons, after whom I was named and my parents had no idea. Thanks for sneaking that past them. What is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise, powerful oracle message using the Crystal Oracle for the element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire, to help us ground and manifest our heart's desire? This beautiful, nudiful selenite! Yay! I have ready? Alright, so here's the selenite that the magical spell cards are on. Here's the one. That one's, I mean, everything except for the whispers of love. That's on a slab of rose quartz. Are you kidding me? Hello, my name is Mark. I'm a selenite addict. Hello, Mark. Right, thank you. I guess we'll have SA, Selenites Anonymous. The first step is accept that selenite has a power over you. It is my favorite. And it's not quartz, it's gypsum. Like, not to be confused with other pronunciations of the word. Ready for this? Telepathy, soul connection, peace and tranquility. And if you're a Virgo, we got labradorite, which also has telepathy in it. Alright, so telepathy, soul connection, peace and tranquility. With imagination, I am in. It is possible for you to connect with others energetically on a soul level and infuse them with love and healing. Sounds very Aphrodite, sweet and flighty, flying around in her C-Therdite. This is telepathic communication in its highest form. Through the formless light of love, it is possible to both send and receive information, provided the information is sought and sent with love. In other words, you can't be like, take out the garbage, right? It doesn't work like that. Call me! Ignore me! Venture Brothers. Go Team Venture. Remember that on a soul level, time and space do not really exist because all is interconnected and ultimately one. There's only one of us here. There's one spirit that incarnates in an infinite number of forms, right? Incalculable, ineffable. Good omens. The peace and tranquility you seek can be found by connecting to that ultimate oneness. this. Go within, for in doing so, you will realize that all is eternal. Nothing is ever lost. And that all is eternally present. All we need is now, right? Everything is here now. Eckhart Tolle, power of now. Be here now, Ram Dass. I mean, it's not exactly a new concept, but it is the truth. It is the sacred truth of the root chakra, according to Caroline Mesa's, MYSS, she's a PhD, Anatomy of the Spirit. Sacred truth is all is one. Doesn't matter that we appear separate, we're all one. And that's what's going to save this world, is not just the thought, but the incarnating of that thought, that us acting accordingly, aligning ourselves with the unity of the divinity at the core of all of us. That's a lot. Imagination. Ooh, 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 ah. Let's, for our element of air, turn to, I know, I am just like a Generation X random reference machine most days, particularly in front of this camera, but off camera as well. So the Archangel Fire Oracle, everyone has access to archangelic consciousness because your higher self is often called a guardian angel, and they gather together in what's called legions to create archangels. The archangels then gang up with other archangels, and they become the thrones, the powers, the dominions, the virtues, the seraphim, the cherubim, principalities. I'm sure I'm missing a few there. So they only come when you invite them in, hence element of air, prayer, meditation, whatever. Because they're cool like that. They respect our boundaries because they're helping us create healthy ones. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Archangelic override. As I call upon the beloved pantheon of archangels, for, on the behalf of us, Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video, who are guided perhaps to this reading, who is the Archangel waiting in the wings with their wings, ready to zoom in and help with the element of air to help us manifest our heart's desire this beautiful, beautiful August 2023. The Metatron! Good omens. Twin of Sandalphon. They don't really look alike, though. Had Sandalphon yesterday for Leo. That was Virgo. Leo was one. Ooh, I opened up to Ariel, my Archangel. But we're going to the Metatron. Plays quite a role in Good Omens, I'm gonna say. Season 1 and Season 2. Loved the books. Live the books. We are kind of living out Good Omens, aren't we? Oh, Agnes Knit. No, not Agnes Knit. That's Terry Pratchett. Agnes Nutter. I'm just waiting for the right page. Here we go. Keyword, ancient wisdom. Come on, element of air. Need the magnifying glass for this nano font. One of the only two angels who is said to have walked the earth as a human being, the other being Sandalphon. Metatron's earthly name was Enoch. The Keys of Enoch, J.J. Hurtak. Try and read that. It'll break your brain. He is known as God's voice, the voice for God. And is the divine mediator with humanity. He sits at the very top of the tree of life in the Kabbalistic tradition. So if you're doing the Kabbalah thing. By the way, I got a really good education from Anatomy of the Spirit by Caroline Mace, because it's really good. It's about chakras, but it involves the tree of life and the 7 Christian sacraments, and I was able to find the 8 pagan Sabbaths in there too, because I'm a Libra that way. The message: you are crowned with the light of Source because you are the divine incarnate. And that's true of all of us. Yeah, I know, even them, right? Go fig. We can't always see it, but that is truth. Walk upon the earth as an angel, and life shall conspire to lift you up. Wisdom is available to those who truly follow the integrity of their heart. So the word angel means messenger of light, messenger of God. Translations may vary, location, but certainly ancient wisdom. I mean, the ability to connect through all time and space telepathically. I mean, it's like your Akashic Record library card has been reactivated, except this one can also text message. Telepathic text message, tickety-tickety-tack, send. I like this. This makes a lot of sense, particularly with imagination. Because the thing about imagination, well, you know, with infinite quantum variations of timeline and all of that, if you can imagine it, it probably exists somewhere in some dimension. What if all reality is reality because all separation is an illusion? Wow. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep moving. Because there is definitely a thing here about love, right? Well, gratitude, right? Divine ones, I give my thanks to thee. That's selenite. And give and receive information, right? As long as it's done with the intention, heart-centered, right? Metatron, walk as an angel on earth. Because we are messengers of light and truth. It's just, you know, what's the message we're really putting out there? Course in Miracles says we're all teachers, but what are you teaching? Fear or love? That's it. Well, that's sort of definitive. So let's get the element of water. The love that is divine power, sacred truth of the heart chakra. Love is divine power and anatomy of the spirit. But also the energy and motion we experience as emotion when in physical form, because a lot of these emotions are not who we are. Love is who we are. That is the core of who we are. But otherwise you need a lot of like glands and biochemistry to experience like stress and whatnot, and I'd rather pass on that. Please take a nice deep breath. Higher selves of all involved. Still point. Higher selves override. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, because chances are with telepathy there's more than just one person involved here, unless you're telepathing yourself. Makes no sense. Please, beloved, higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by us Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, for the element of water, the love that is divine power, the energy and motion that we experience as emotion, to help us manifest our heart's desire this beautiful, beautiful August 2023. Express love through gifts. I like this one. Giving a small token to someone expresses your love to them. And what if that token is a telepathic token text message? Oh my goodness gracious. Now the thing is because you're dealing with all time and space. They might not get it till another life. We're not in control of that. But we have the free will to send for whenever they receive. And one would think they would have to be sort of in that vibrational frequency to receive a real high vibe message. So sometimes it hovers, like being held in escrow. It's not a bird. It's a banking thing, right? And gains interest until they are ready to what? Download it. That's very much a current term. So expressing love through gifts, obviously a small token, but nowadays a text message can be that, right? Just like, hey, you okay? Hi, I'm gonna go to lunch. Anything I can do? How can I serve you? All right. Sometimes just a thank you to someone is such a gift, right? Just to acknowledge that they're important to you or that you appreciate them. That can really make a difference. And that is going to definitely be an exchange here, right? That so much of this that we're looking at here is very internal, right? Heart, third eye, crown, particularly third eye and crown here. But then with the choices and the communication with the selenite there, this then takes it from the yin to the yang. So actually maybe giving somebody a small token, right? A little something, a little lucky penny, a crystal you found, a feather I found, you know, something like that, can really make a difference to express your love to someone. And it can be love in any form, right? Familial, friendship, romance, whatever. Last card down. Card of Spirit. We use the Matcon Healing Mantra deck to put it all together. To unify, right? The E that equals MC squared. And so what I do is I take this ring and I put the spell on it and I call in the archangel and I keep in mind the intention of the element of water. I will have selenite on the table when I do it for sure. And then I do the mantra, and sometimes it's just doing the mantra in public. No one knows because I'm doing it silently. Strategies. Please take a nice deep breath. It ain't easy being a divine being in this level of the illusion of separation. Still point. Ascended Masters override. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly on behalf of us, Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video, who are drawn to this reading, beloved ones, what is your guidance, your grace, your loving wisdom message in the form of a Matcon healing mantra for the card of Spirit, to light this up, to unify it, The card of spirit to help us manifest our heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, and by fire in the spirit of unity for the well-being of all is beautiful, beautiful. Unhooking the past. There's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. Leo just got this in the shadow reads because Leo rising. Shocked, don't be. How could I not be a Leo rising? Look at me. I even did a little Hair of Thrones. There we go. It's a new thing. It's called the Hair of Thrones look. There is nothing to regret when I learned from my past. So unhook the past so we don't have to keep repeating it. Which is definitely, you know, something that I can imagine actually not having to constantly repeat some of these lessons with some of these people. Unhooking the past. There's nothing to regret when I learned from my past. By the way, only the ego regrets, just so you know. When you unhook the past, you are able to see crucial moments of growth from fresh perspectives. This allows you to see the mistakes of your past as catalysts for development. Now, a catalyst is a chemical reaction, like you put lemon juice on apples so they don't turn brown, to either speed up or in that case slow down, right? So this is obviously to speed up, right? Catalysts for development, not as something you did wrong. It is an opportunity to see how your previous actions could have been better aligned with your highest values. When you learn today the things you didn't know before, you're able to meet your current circumstances with renewed clarity, so the past can be unhooked instead of repeated. This mantra is ideal for overcoming self-criticism. Hello, I am a Virgo. Releasing shame, right? Guilt is I've done wrong, shame is I am wrong. Yeah, something wrong with me. And being more open-minded. Now, I will say, this is definitely a service, right? So, a service to yourself like this, to get that your past served you. So, Matt Kahn came up with something new, a new video he put out, Accelerated Healing, something, or again, depends on when you're watching this. But it's about gratitude and service, and he says, he would say, thank you, my past, for serving me. It is I who serve you. And it aligns us with the service so that we can serve in a way, and that how everything is here to serve us to become better. I know it hardly looks like that, particularly where we are at, like, what, book and chapter something in Revelations. It looks an awful lot like, I gotta say, the 4 horsemen are at least polishing the saddles, you know what I mean? But hopefully they won't have to write out, or they will only write out in certain timelines, particularly with the Metatron on the table, right? Ancient wisdom. So how do you get wisdom? Knowledge is not wisdom. Oh, you can read a book, but until you incarnate what you've learned, you don't have experience. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So we're drawing upon an ancient aspect of ourselves, which is the immortal soul that's been on this planet more times than we can really know without our heads exploding. So I like this. It feels very heart-centered, and mostly heart-centered to yourself. Only you can unhook the past that way, right? Give yourself a break. And Libras, you know, we can be a little judgy, but what is Course in Miracles? Oh no, it was Marianne Williamson who said, though the ego may be, what is it? People may be cruel, but to ourselves we're downright vicious. And she's right, and that's the ego begging for our love and attention. So let's do a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation. I'm sure you figured that out. And then we'll chat about some stuff afterwards, like readings and Patreon, if you want to hang out for that as I release this reading. And get ready for Scorpio. That should be fun. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time. Still point. It's a very loud set of bees out there. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we all be blessed with everything we need to manifest our heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, and by fire, starting with spirit as we unhook the past, because there's nothing to regret when we learn from our past, and from that maybe we can express our love through gifts, even if they are telepathic, mental, literal, symbolic, in prayer and meditation, but certainly calling upon one. Metatron in our element of air for the ancient wisdom, which certainly means context, right? Even if it's ancient wisdom from who we were, or who they were, or what this means in a larger timeline, that could certainly be helpful for an air sign as we work the telepathy of a selenite to send and receive information, perhaps even to influence some events in this world by transmitting love, ruled by Venus, Libras, particularly on that Sunday when Mars enters Libra, so that we can manifest our heart's desire, which, if it is not, it certainly does require some stretching of our imagination, this beautiful nudiful. So, imagination now sets us free, divine ones. We send our thanks to thee. Which is also a gift, huh? For the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. I like this reading. I do. Well, Virgo got Overcoming Fear. This one got Unhooking the Past. This is a very, very interesting series so far, at least for me. Try not to take it personally. Don Miguel Ruiz might come for me. No, I'm sure he wouldn't. He seems like a nice guy. Did you like the video? Hit the thumbs up. Just helps other Libras find it. Want more of me? Subscribe, because I'm not stopping anytime soon. This is what the Divine wants me to do. Hey, it's in my contract. I'm down for it. But Patreon, you see, we have no algorithms. There's just none of that. Now, you sign up for one of my levels of subscription, you get everything on that level. Since I created the level, you get it. But all of my subscribers get them 3 benefits in common: daily check-ins, extended readings, an extensive discount on private sessions with me. You can check us out for 7 days for free as Seeker or Human, $3 and $5 a month otherwise, respectively. We got a shop. I got digital content there. Patreon has been a wonderful gift to me to help me do what I came in to do in this life, fulfill my sacred contracts, do what manifests my heart's desires. But, you know, every day is a winding road. We get a little bit closer, wisdom of the crow, and I think we're doing okay-ish. We can't rely upon how things appear in the outside. There's all sorts of stuff going on in the invisible, in the higher realms that we are mostly unaware of. But with selenite, we might get a little looksy-dooksy at that. So, if you would like to, did I turn that off yet? I don't know, I forget. It happens. You want to book me for one of them? They're private readings. I am glad to help. I am here to help. Clients always come first. There's a link in the description box to a video booking private sessions with Mel, which has all the information in one place that you need if you want to book me for a spiritual counseling or a reading, whether you do it in person, which is rare nowadays, Zoom recorded, if I gotta travel, all of that. It's explained there. And it's a fun video. It's about 11 minutes. Makes my mom laugh, makes me laugh, and I say over and over again, I've never turned anybody away because lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way, and I'm a witch, so there's a way. And most importantly, though, I have probably more selenite than anything else in this house. So get yourself some. You can get a tiny little tumbled, but I got some big hunka chunkas. Look at this one, ready? Right? Yeah, no, I'll be laying with that on my forehead for a couple of nights, for 2 weeks. So hang in there, reach out, comment if you like, and I love you. Why? Because we're Libras. Why not? Hang in there, heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.